achetons-nous? Where do we buy? So this is where we're going to talk about all the places in France that you can buy the food that we've talked about. So unlike in America, where normally your food store is a one-stop shop, in France, it is much more common to have separate stores for separate categories of items. So we're going to start right here with la boulangerie, which is the bakery. So on the third column on your notes, you'll have the question, à la boulangerie, qu'est-ce qu'on achète? So in that column, I want you to identify something that you could purchase à la boulangerie. What is an item that you could purchase here? So from the things that we have learned, you could put une baguette, you could put le pain, you could put le croissant, any of those bread bakery items. Now, most commonly, the boulangerie is combined with la pâtisserie, and that would be called boulangerie-pâtisserie. Smush the words together. So la pâtisserie is the pastry shop. À la pâtisserie, qu'est-ce qu'on achète? So what is an example of a food that you can buy à la pâtisserie? So you can get un gâteau, une tarte, un biscuit, any of those sweeter pastry items that you could get there. Then we have la boucherie. La boucherie. This is where we buy meat, la viande. So, à la boucherie, qu'est-ce qu'on achète? Écrivez un exemple. So, write an example of a meat that you could purchase at the butcher shop. Et puis, nous avons la poissonnerie. La poissonnerie. So, poisson is fish. So, la poissonnerie is just literally a fish market. So, donne-moi un exemple. À la poissonnerie, qu'est-ce qu'on achète? What can you buy at the fish market? Et la charcuterie. So where the butcher is uncooked raw meat that they're kind of cutting off of the animal for you, la charcuterie is where you can buy like smoked meats like ham, sausage, salami, any of those things that you kind of see pictured there. So this is where also we get that word charcuterie board. So you may have seen those on the internet, like sliced meats and stuff on like a cheese tray. Okay, so à la charcuterie, qu'est-ce qu'on achète? Écrivez un exemple. Et il y a aussi la fromagerie. Fromagerie. So fromage is cheese. So fromagerie is the cheese shop. So à la fromagerie, qu'est-ce qu'on achète? Le fromage. La confiserie. La confiserie. This is a candy store. Donc, à la confiserie, qu'est-ce qu'on achète? Les macarons, les petits fours, les bonbons. All right, and this is une épicerie. So this is a little bit more, we're going to start to get into more familiar stores. So this is kind of like a small grocery store, like a corner market, maybe even like a gas station where they just have a small selection of foods. Une épicerie. So, qu'est-ce qu'on achète à l'épicerie? You could put any of those items that you see in that picture. Le marché, le marché. So this is where, this is kind of the equivalent of more of like a farmer's market. These are farm-to-table foods where the person selling the items to you is also generally the farmer that grew those items. It's normally open air. It's going to be outside. Sometimes might be covered in a tent depending on the weather. Where you would buy les fruits et les légumes, fresh fruits and vegetables. So, au marché, qu'est-ce qu'on achète? Écrivez un exemple. Et le supermarché. This is what we would think of when we say we're going to the food store, like your Kroger, Winn-Dixie, whatever. Piggly Wiggly. Supermarché. So this is the supermarket where you have all kinds of different foods, fresh and packaged and frozen together in the same store. So, au supermarché, qu'est-ce qu'on achète? Et finalement, nous avons le marchand de vin, the wine store. Très populaire en France. Au marchand de vin, qu'est-ce qu'on achète? Bien sûr, du vin. C'est fini.